This would have been back in 2008. We had definite plans for going to India. We were training for it. We were going forward for it. But the Lord made it very clear after a fashion that India was not the place, but Thailand was. We'd received an invitation to Thailand, and we prayed about it, and the doors started opening up incredibly. The first, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we had not a clue. We were looking at different places, and the Lord, in His blessings, guided us to here on the border to work with this school specifically, but with the community as well.
We would never have dreamed that one day we would sit here and have all the kids.
At 6 o'clock we have worship where all the students and teachers can come, and we have time together where we sing, and one of the teachers or students will share a devotional thought for the day. Starting at 9 o'clock we have the regular classes for the day. We have a variety of things like Burmese, Thai, Bible, science, and a few other things that the students get throughout the year. Next we have vocational classes, which right now include things like sewing and a medical class. Then the students have lunch and go out for another work period in the afternoon where they work in the gardens, work on building projects or anything else that we're working on at the time.
And then they take their baths, do their laundry after that, and then they meet again for worship, evening worship at 6:15.
We study the Bible with them, teach them about the spiritual prophecy or all the other topic of our beliefs.
As a mission school, all of the staff are desiring to draw them to the Lord and to train them ultimately as medical missionaries.
Something that makes a day special for me is seeing the Lord softening the hearts of students and teachers also, just seeing how God is working in their lives and how the Lord is breaking down walls and that we can lead them to the Lord.
I came to Sunshine Orchard expecting to teach English, even though that wasn't what I was originally hoping to be able to do. When I actually started teaching, it was a much more difficult experience than I had imagined. I had never been in a classroom before, never been a student at a school. So to go into a classroom and not know how to teach, what to teach, and just how to act in a classroom was a very difficult experience at the beginning.
I work as an assistant nurse. I also have 4 assistant medical workers underneath me. They're all students. And I am an English teacher for the 4 lower grades, which is a great experience. I really enjoy the medical work. I love it to the core. It's my thing. I've always wanted to be a medical missionary, and it just really bonds me a lot with the students. And I love showing them that not only do I care for their spiritual needs, but I care for their physical needs. I want them to have the best comfort that they can have, and I want them to have healing and I like to be able to train young people to do medical work as well. And I'm really enjoying teaching English now. I did not like it at all earlier. Last term was a struggle for me, but a growing experience, one that I'll forever be thankful for. And I'm loving it more than ever. It's great to be interacting with the students, and it helps me to learn to lean more upon God.
I do nursing here, and primarily I treat the students, and we do occasionally get villagers that come in, and I treat them as well. And I also do help out with the children's home, and to give relief to the workers there. And I also help out with the students.
Her name is Mulopoe. She's 50 years old and she's in the grade 5. He went to become a teacher after he's finished the school here.
And I is 22.
28.
Great.
Grade 8. He hoping that he can help with our grand people that are displaced and the children that will have a chance to go to school. So he would like to meet with those parents and suggest them to send their children to school.
My name is Naw Dah Blet, and I have been at for this school 3 years. In my heart, I really want to work for God and tell the people they did not know about the God, and I want to tell them and show them God.
Naw Dah Blet is very interested in medical work, and because of that, she's been my helper here on the porch. When we were seeing many, many patients, she would work alongside of me and learn many things. And all the medical courses that have been taught here, she has taken.
In my village, very, very poor village, and the many patients they come in my village and in my house, and I get them the malaria. When I was in my home, and evening and morning I have the worship, and we sing song and attend the Bible story, and the children they like it. One boy, he born maybe now he 30 years old, but he cannot walk. So when the Jesus coming, if you worship the Jesus, when the Jesus coming, you can walk. And so
I have seen that through the influence of this school at Sunshine Orchard, Naw Dah Blet has grown spiritually. Through the morning and evening worships, through these association with the teachers and some of the students that are on fire for God, she has grown day by day. And till she's come to the point that she can trust in God's Word, she can be lifted out of her problems and discouragements and follow what God has for her to do. I feel that God has a very special work for her to do, and He has a very special work that is going on in this school to enable students like her more and more to find a calling to God's work and to bring more people to the realization of the soon coming of Jesus and prepare them for a home with Him.
We never envisioned taking on so many little babies, infants, toddlers, and filling our home. But as a couple of children, or some children were brought to us one by one, and the need was evident, we couldn't say no. The first baby that was given to us was a severely malnourished 8-month-old little boy, Inge. His parents are severe alcoholics, and on top of that, his mother had severe seizures. And she traded the milk we gave her for feeding him for alcohol. And he was not making it. So we took him on, and he's become a part of our home. 3 weeks to a month after that, little Juju's mother died in the hospital, and we were asked to take her as the grandmother could not care for an infant, and the father had to provide for the extended family. It's been very exciting to see how God has opened up the doors for the purchasing of the 100 acres. I think we find ourselves struggling with our faith because we have nothing. And we know that unless God does something, it's not going to happen.
Just as the first down payment was due, the money came in just for that. And as the subsequent payments were due for about a year, when it was time to make that payment, the money came in. It's incredible to see the Lord work. Really faith building.
One of the purposes that we see using the 100 acres for is to have vocational training for our students. Offering them sewing, weaving, auto mechanics, agriculture, carpentry, building, evangelism, medical missionary training programs.
There's a huge building on it that we're wanting to use for vocational. It's approximately 50 feet by 150 feet. It needs some remodeling, serious remodeling done to it to make it truly usable.
There is a lot we would like to do here at the school. Right now we are pretty much like a grade school with some vocational training. And this is the first year that we've had an 8th grade class. And many of our 8th grade students have talked to us, we really want 9th grade next year. And some have said, we are praying that we will have 9th grade next year. And this is something, in some ways, humanly speaking, it seems impossible. But many of us have come to trust in the Lord that all things are possible to Him. And so we are praying that if it is God's will, He will answer our students' prayers and that they will have 9th grade next year.